Well, we physically got our butts whooped on both sides of the ball. We got out coached. We collectively, players and coaches, um, lost this ball game. We didn't play with the same physicality that they played with, and when you don't do that against an option team, um, you're gonna struggle. And I thought physically they beat us in the trenches in this ball game.
Coach, you mentioned the getting beat in the trenches. How much of that was, just not being able to get any kind of push and getting into that backfield at all, and just allowing them to take that outside run, throughout that first quarter?
Well, I think a lot of it was assignment football, and no one's on. If you don't get the guy you're supposed to, those things break out. And a lot of it we got to go back and look at schematically what we were asking our guys to do, and seeing if what we were asking them to do was the right thing to do. But they kind of picked what they wanted to do with our defense as they go. They looked to see what we were in and got in the best play they wanted to. I thought our guys did a good job there in the fourth of stopping them a couple of times, but throughout the game they physically got after us up front. And again, that just can't happen if you want to beat a team like this. And that was on both sides of the ball.
Coach Jack here. How much did it frustrate not being able to get the passing attack going?
Well, it was frustrating. It was frustrating because of we weren't doing our jobs. We got guys open and we're trying to do too much. Because we were behind, we're trying to do too much rather than just run the plays and do it exactly the way we're supposed to. And I thought Nkosi was off all night long, and he was off throwing the ball. He's off on his reads, and again, that's the results you get when we're not on point. First of all, at the QB position, and then when we're not doing a good job up front. Again, it's a collective loss. I mean, the Nkosi, receivers, O-line, coaches, players. I mean, we all lost this game.
Coach, we've seen the team kind of get off to slow starts throughout the year, but against a triple option team, that's one thing you absolutely cannot do. Do you think that kind of put the nail in the coffin early, getting off to that slow start?
Well, when we took the ball first, and then you go 3 and out and get out, and then they take it down and score. Again, the game's not over with, but when you get the ball back and you don't do it again, and they get and take it down now, you put yourself behind playing an option team where they're going to control the clock. And again, offensively, we're sloppy. We're sloppy the whole game, and it's frustrating because our guys can play better than that, and we didn't play the way we was capable of playing.
And is it one of those situations where you can't necessarily blame the defense? I mean, they forced certain fourth downs. They just couldn't really find their way off the field at times.
Well, I think we blame everybody. They scored 31 points, and offense only scored 7, So I think you blame everybody for this. Defense getting out the field early in the game like they did in the second half, I think things will be different. But I also think if we can consistently drive the ball down the field, and defense is not on the field as much. I thought our defense was out there way too much. And I told you guys early in the week, we're not going to get many possessions, so we got to do something offensively, and we didn't do that. And again, we didn't play complimentary football. And against that team, you better play complimentary football, or what happened tonight will happen.
Coach, I just kind of wanted to get some clarification. There was a point where you were visibly upset at Nkosi, and I think it might have been the third or fourth quarter, and I just kind of want to know some clarification if on the fourth down he really went for a big play instead of maybe taking what the defense kind of gives, so maybe just trying to get the first down rather than a touchdown. Do you think that's something that maybe Nkosi needs to sort of work on, basically kind of not relying on the big play all that often?
He's got to work on that. He can't do it no other way. He's got to work on it. You're exactly right. He tried to take more than he needed to, and the guy that he was supposed to go to was wide open. He just didn't go through his reads, and that was frustrating because we talked about that on the sideline before we got out there. So he's got to do that. If we're going to be the team that we want to be, and if he's going to be the quarterback we need him to be, he needs to work the system. And I think after tonight, he'll understand that if he worked the system, he'll play games like he had before this. And when you don't work the system and what you're supposed to, then you have games like this.
Coach, how much of this game is a wake-up call for the team?
It better be a wake-up call for all of us. That was, again, it's unacceptable. That's not the way we played. and it better not be the way we ever play again. Got a big game coming up at home, preseason over with, all conference play, and we need to get back to work ASAP.
Coach, we didn't see any of Larry McCammon tonight.
Yeah, Larry didn't travel with us. He was still nursing an injury from last week. He should be ready for next week.
Coach, it seemed like the team was getting some momentum going in the third quarter there, but then drop pass. Sorry, Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, it's Jack again. It seems like the team was really starting to find its rhythm offensively in the third quarter, but dropped passes seemed to kind of be the dagger. One in particular, I don't want to name the player, but it was you had the scheme out right. He had the first down, but the ball was dropped. How frustrating is that when you have that momentum going and you just can't get out of your own way?
Like I told you, this was a collective loss. It wasn't just the quarterback. It was everybody. Everybody took turn making those costly mistakes in the game. Again, you trying to come back and win. We got to make those catches, and we got to make the throws when they're there, and then we got to block too. So again, if everybody took turn, it's so frustrating because they can play so much better than that.
Coach, it seemed like tonight that I think the running backs only combined for 10, 12 carries. Did it feel like you couldn't just get in a rhythm with the running game, and it felt like OC every play was just kind of dropping back, and Air Force was kind of being able to pin their ears back, rush the passer, and drop defensive backs, and you just couldn't get in a rhythm with the running game?
Yeah, when you get down, 21 points there, and you playing against a team like Navy where they're going to control the ball, then, again, they made us play left-handed, and that's the only thing we wanted to do to them, and they did it to us, because we didn't get anything going offensively. We never did really get in the rhythm other than the one touchdown that we had, and then what you said, Jack, on that one drive when we dropped the ball there. But offensively, we never got in the rhythm from the start, and again, against this team, you got to sustain some drives and give your defense a break, and we didn't do that. Hell, we was off the field so fast, defense didn't have a chance to make adjustments sometimes, and again, that's not complimentary football. That's on all of us, coaches and players.